All right, well, here we are with this video. So I get a lot of messages, emails, a lot of various things sent to me. Most of it is spam. I got spam, scams. Some of it is stuff I'm somewhat interested in. Um, every now and then I'll get a casting thing that I could submit to, and it might be an actual reality casting thing that I actually would like to submit to. And so sometimes it's real people. They're like, "Hey, I'm working on this kind of show, or this kind of reality show, and I'm hoping that I'm a personality that works for them." And I submit, but mostly it's things like, "Hey, we'll pay you this money, and you're going to be on this podcast, and blah blah blah. Give us your Facebook login." So if you have real offers out there, just try to mention things about me in the don't do this copy paste stuff. And most people are pretty good about actually saying, "I like this, I like that." And um, it's funny, I'm thinking about that. I'm like, oh, someone did. I have to circle back to someone who was emailing me a while ago. And sometimes I just get fans, which is nice. I try to talk to people, but um, can't talk to everybody. And sometimes like they don't really have an idea of what they want to say to me. I don't think they're used to reaching out to random viral Instagram reel people, because that's what I am to most people. So I got this message recently, and it's always hard to know what the angle is. So when someone's a fan, it's usually pretty obvious. Like, hey, I loved what you do. What was it like being on AGT? Or that's a really funny joke. When are you gonna be in said area? Stuff like that. Or I've always thought about doing comedy. Like the things that are adjacent or related to what I do. Um, so this recent one was someone messaging my Facebook page. So I have two different. I have a profile and a page. People are like, oh, which one's real? They're both real. They're both mine. You can send me a friend request, but probably don't. But I also have a page you can hit like. And someone's like, hey, I saw you on Got Talent. You're awesome, brother, and you made my whole day. I create digital art and music, often inspired by daily life or my own experience with depression. I created a BandLab account about 4 months ago, and I didn't look up what BandLab is when he first sent me this message. As individuals such as yourself that gave me the courage to click the publish button. The courage to click the publish button. Okay. I don't charge anything with this. I just enjoy it. If you ever have any thoughts or poems on your mind, I will turn them into music and send them back here as a messenger voice clip with lyrics, and I can send a link. You're truly awesome. And he sent me this link to a song and a download, and he's like, I created this for you. I borrowed your style a little. I hope you enjoy it. And here's the MP3. You can read it anytime anyway. I'll always make time for you if you ever want to talk. Then they sent me this song that, well, I don't have to be polite on my YouTube channel. It's like one of the worst things um, I've ever heard. Like, ever, honestly. It was so terrible. It was so bad. I don't want to play it because it was so bad, but I have the lyrics. I don't know if I want to read the whole thing. Well, let's go through some of the lyrics, okay? People say, cheer up, it might never happen. But what if it already did? Uh-oh, it did. I tried speed dating, thought I'd be a pro, got rejected so fast I didn't even know. My mom says I'm special, like a rare, rare find. My friends just smile and nod, not sure what to say in kind. I smiled at a stranger, gave a friendly grin. They screamed and ran. Guess I've got that charm within. Okay, so set the brakes with this. It it picked up on like dating. It was like if you watched just my AGT clips, there's two clips. Well, I guess there's a talking head thing where I talk to the camera a little bit. So there's also that. But if you just watched the and it's AGT. They said they saw me on Got Talent Global. Like, okay, I was actually on America's Got Talent. Anyway, um, that's got some of the things I talk about and do, but it's like wrong. First of all, I don't smile. I never smile. I don't think I even talk about not smiling. So it's like gave a friendly grin, like I'm not friendly. Oh, and they ran, like okay, right. So like very quickly into this without doing research, I was like, this feels AI written. I was like, this is sus. Um, like it, picking up on words but not placing them correctly. Like I'm not lazy. I'm just saving my energy for big things. Like eventually, like okay, ugh. When do I like I'm low energy, but I'm not lazy in my act. My diet's mostly coffee. I never talk about coffee. With some snacks on the side, it's the fuel I need to enjoy the ride. Stupid, hacky, typical. I'm living my best life, flirting with awkwardness, breaking the ice. Made eye contact. Oh, that went well. Now someone's asking me, are you unwell? You rhymed well with unwell. This is AI. This is terrible. So it is AI. I looked into it. I started looking at this person's profile, and they have a bunch of clearly AI generated images, and they start talking about using BandLab, and I'm like, what is why is this sent to me? What's the purpose? I suspect it's a real person because obviously it has to be a real person to a degree, right? Like someone sat there and found me to use as a subject for this song and is selling this to me or is just having fun with it. I could be a kid. I get a lot of kids, um, I don't know, 12-year-olds, etc. Like, I don't know. And so maybe they were really excited and thought like I'm gonna get Oliver to love the song, but using AI to me is kind of like coloring in a coloring book. It's like you didn't draw this, you just colored it in. And you can do interesting things with those choices, but most people usually do not. They say, fake it till you make it, so I gave it a whirl. Now people just think I'm planning to hurl. You almost kind of have to hear the song because it was so poppy and crappy. I like horror movies, they're totally my scene, just like my social life. Awkward but keen. Alarm clocks are toxic. Why are we pivoting to this? And I'm here for the fight, but I just hit snooze and I'm out of sight. Like what? None of this makes sense. I dressed for success, but I might be misfiring. Wi-Fi's my enemy. I'm not even aspiring. Tried meditation, got comfy real fast. Best nap of my life with no judgment. What? None of it's just gobbledy blah 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 blah. These words rhyme. So I was a little mean when I messaged them because I can be. I figured it was kind of a scam. Like, hey, use BandLab. Like, use this thing. And, like, what is this trash music? Trash lyrics. Like, if you're gonna message a comedian, performer, writer, it's like whatever. Like, here's my art. I am an award-winning writer and comedian. Like, that's true. I'm not making that up. That's not even AGT. Like, yes, I was on AGT and all that, and there was a very good response and all that. Outside of that, I am actually have accolades, like for real. Not that they matter. Like, oh my God, I'm so amazing. Like, that's not even what I mean. I just mean if you aren't on that path to getting somewhere or don't have any of that or haven't put your art out there in another way, um, if your thought is, let me have someone else see this, like, one, you're kind of wasting my time or anyone's time without sort of trying to make a connection first. And two, it's like, yeah, like you didn't write this. So I am going to pick and pull it apart because you did not write this, and I know you didn't write this. So I said, like, this is just an awful lot to send without communicating first. Like, it just feels wrong. Like, I don't know. what the angle is, what you're doing. There's no connection here because I haven't actually talked to you. Like you say, I'm awesome, but then you go into you're talking about yourself and what you're doing, and a song that feels like it has nothing to do with me, not my style, not like the words don't actually connect. Like I gave you the courage to do this. Like let me try to discourage you. Like this whole thing feels a little too thought out and thus phony. Like something feels phony about this. And they're like, I'm not promoting anything. I just thought you would enjoy it. I apologize for taking your time. Like, I'm like, well, hey, now you don't want to talk. Like, let's talk. Like, I created something with good intentions and it was not well received. I will not waste any more of your time. That's what they said to me. I'm like, but you didn't create it. At the end of the day, you didn't make this. You punched some things in, and it's just wild to me. Like, so at the end of the day, now I get to make this video. I get to do this because of this song that was sent to me that's like all auto. It's just so If it's on the radio, I would change the radio like so quickly. Like, what is this song? Ugh. I would encourage people to actually create. I'm playing with something now. It's not coming up on the mic. That's what I do. I fidget with things. Goldie click clack. But making things in AI isn't really like the same as making things. Like it picked up on the words that you would plug in to make a song about me, but it didn't use any of them correctly. I tried to be romantic, played it real smooth. She thought I was plotting a murderous move. They say fake it till you make it, so I gave it a whirl. Now people just think I'm planning on like I read that one already, but still. I go to the gym, but let's be clear, these mirrors are busy admiring themselves, dear. Like I've got a six pack, yeah, it's just hidden deep under layers of snacks I forgot to keep. Like because did I talk about working out on AGT? Is that one of my jokes? I just ugh. I so hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it so much. I wish I could say something good about it, you know, because I just don't know if it was a real fan or for someone that like worked for BandLab. It's like, oh, let's try to get Oliver to pay for the service or other thing. I don't know. It's really difficult to know because they immediately. I mean, I suspect it was maybe a real person, like for real. I don't know if it'll play if I play it.
People say cheer up, it might never happen. But what if it already did? Oh, it did. I tried speed dating, thought I'd be a pro. Got rejected so fast, I didn't even know. Mom says I'm special, like a rare find. My friends just smile and nod, not sure what to say in kind. I smiled at a stranger, gave a friendly grin. They screamed and ran, guess I've got that charm within. I'm not lazy, I just save my energy for the big things, like adventure Woodsley. My diet's mostly coffee with some snacks on the side. It's the fuel I need to enjoy the ride. I'm living my best life, flirting with awkwardness, breaking the ice. Made eye contact, and that went well. Now someone's asking, are you unwell? I tried to be romantic, played it real smooth. She thought I was plotting a murderous move. They say fake it till you make it, so I gave it a whirl. Now people just think I'm planning to hurl. I go to the gym, but Now I've got double the advice to chew. My doctor said exercise, just start with a jog. So I ran away, but only from the fog. I'm living my best life.
The fog? I like
Dancing with
fog.
awkwardness, enjoying the rice. Tried small talk, my dog gets the joke. But humans just give me the side-eye poke. I dress for success, but I might be misfiring. Wi-Fi's my enemy, I'm not even aspiring. Trying meditation, got comfy real fast. Best nap of my life, with no judgment cast. I like horror movies, they're totally my scene. Just like my social life,
This song
awkward
so
but
much.
keen.
It's really obvious and stupid.
But I just hit snooze and I'm out of sight. Living my best life.
No, whoever made this song is it. No one who's listening to this song is living their best life. So much about this. It's just
My 5-year plan, more like a 5-minute. But hey, at least I'm laughing at my own wit.
I don't laugh. I'm not laughing at my own wit. I don't laugh. I'm not laughing at anything ever. Hated it. Hated it. Please don't ever make anything ever again. This is the worst thing that's probably ever been released in the history of song, music, and art. There's been thousands of years of culture and inspiring, and just so many things have cultivated into different things. The use of charcoal on rock to draw, to oil paintings, to hitting sticks together, to hitting hollow things, to making instruments, to singing, to writing, to making musicals. There's been so many monuments of fantastic inventiveness and creativity that the human mind has been able to just expose to others and have them feel truly inspired and emotions and feelings and to push through in life in so many ways. And this has to be the pinnacle of the worst thing that's ever been created in all of that. I'm not living my best life.